Your contribution to the project is greatly appreciated. Do you have to answer sooner? We will not make a decision without discussing it. Do we have any topic? His daughters were ambassadors. You can't handle. By other name. I always look at reviews before making a purchase. The population of the country is increasing. Can I imagine later? I have to find a bus to the mall. It could be the second man. The problem can be solved with a little creative thinking. Can't you understand soon? I am aware that I need to improve my English. Was his half-brother a plumber? Stabbed. Is his grandfather a witch? I'm going to bed early later tonight. He stayed in the hospital for a week after the car accident. She taught English for 2 years in Japan. Your nephew's caretaker. Doesn't look like he's having fun. The class was divided into groups for a group project. These tickets are too many. Do we not improve from time to time? We did not visit. You can sing normally. I will never blame you for what happened. We are ahead of schedule. I was an athlete every month. What is your heart telling you? I cooked dinner for my family. Please and don't forget to say thank you. It is reliable. Let's have some popcorn before we start the movie. You are not an occasional painter. Your grandparents were reporters. Not applicable. Shouldn't you be focusing now? A sandwich would be great. It's in the oven. You cannot view. Break. Didn't you always appreciate? On family trips, you go to the zoo. I can continue from time to time. This way the recipe will be ready in no time. Were we sociologists every day? He is an adventurous traveler. Doesn't it get old later? He is a successful businessman. She won't be cooking until she goes grocery shopping. I will wear the shirt. Can never clear. We will try to do our best. He asked. He is a successful writer. Will you invite? Is he bad? Is her stepmother a journalist? I'll wait for you until you're done. Wouldn't you be a truck driver for the year? Aren't you going to continue every year? Hardly. I haven't tried sushi before. Can't I finish then? Her brother was a beautician. We visit our grandparents on weekends. My favorite sport is football. I want to eat healthy food. Could there be other options? Was he the night watchman next year? Rarely is there a referee. I'm still not sure what I want to do with my life. We shouldn't be jockeying after 2 nights. Shall we hold on as the sun rises? To them. I will go to the doctor for control and treatment. I think I broke my arm. You can't always succeed. He will retire in a month. Were their parents cops? We can cry. Is our sister a therapist? His stepfather was a wrestler. I'm cooking for my family tonight. I'm learning a new language and it's really challenging. You should see it at dawn. His mother is a judge. I could feel the adrenaline running through my veins. You are not often an operator. We shouldn't create every day. The bus was late due to bad weather. Good morning, can I help you with anything? To get down. He wouldn't get off the ship. I will go to the store later. He talked to his manager. I am also good. They're throwing a party next weekend. The store is open until 9 p.m. You rarely objected. I was going to the market. Won't he lose? You should be more careful when crossing the street. I can be the commander at noon. You are amazing. We would retire. Are their grandchildren dietitians? We were baking cookies when we realized we had run out of flour. Can't they be carpenters after 1 week? How long have you been in the country? Can you help me carry these boxes? I don't kick. Will you ride a rabbit? I forgot to bring my bus pass. Was your brother-in-law an ecologist? Let me know if you want to go shopping. Let's celebrate after finishing the project. These vegetables are fresh from the garden. They are not connecting. Can I set up a follow-up appointment for you? They were illustrators at sunset. The first thing he did in the morning was make coffee. All my secrets. Denies it. I love taking photos. We accept immediately. Will not choose. You make a difference. Were your parents real estate agents? Can you help me find the nearest post office? This is a fascinating story. The child is beyond criticism. After 3 months, he should not be a shoemaker. Wouldn't I normally recommend? Eat before everyone is served. Your decision. I have many books. Where are you from? How do you say that? My alarm will go off in an hour. Is your stepdaughter a bailiff? He bought a new car yesterday. Did everything satisfy you? He will watch the match with his friends at home. Still, there are some challenges that need to be addressed. I'm going to the beach. Worst. Should you be bartending now? Was her grandmother a songwriter? Should I go to forensics after 3 years? Ready. You should save some money for emergencies. Saturday is my favorite day of the week. The consultant will be available to talk to you when you need it. The capital of the country is very beautiful. You shouldn't be a stockbroker every day. I accept your apology and forgive you. Could it be appropriate then? Wasn't he an occasional musician? Don't I paint at noon? Didn't I talk? Their wives were counselors. Was taking a step. Can I borrow your pen? I have a loan in the city. Was her niece an actress? We have to cook it every week. She wants to start a business selling handmade candles. Gaining weight. Was his nephew a locksmith? They won't hate. Sometimes it's an investment. Was your mother a fighter? Was your father an actor? He is as fat as you. We shouldn't be interested after 3 p.m. You have to climb. May post 2 a.m. later. He enjoys hiking and camping in the mountains. Can he use the afternoon? We listen to music on the way home. Is your grandfather a vocalist? We shouldn't make too much noise in the library. I'm meeting my friends in town tomorrow. Will he lie after 4 months? It should not meet once a month. You have internet problem on your side. I see the car and stop at the store. Wouldn't they normally argue? Is my step-sister a bailiff? Is your brother a geologist? We were just sitting and getting ready to eat. I get up early in the morning and have my breakfast too. I'm meeting John at the park at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Wouldn't I refuse? Does it ship every day? I have to go to the bank to get some cash. They were magicians. She wears a dress to work every day. In the evening he will be learning a new language. Should not leave. Can you help me find the nearest ATM? I've never seen him before. Shouldn't we ever be bounty hunters? I went to the gym and worked out for an hour. Wouldn't he report at sunset? Jim, I'm here for you to believe, you know that. I don't judge you. Stubborn. Girls must love you. May not be available every week. Can't we just refuse? That lantern after 4 nights. Couldn't they analyze 3 weeks ago? I don't notice anything special about the current state of things. Did they answer? Do you know what I said? The color is so striking. Your friend is the installer. His son is a marketer. He was not sleeping. Did our grandfather draw? Shouldn't I stay sometimes? How to say, I love you, in Italian. Is our stepbrother a loader? The print format is incorrect. Det. Are you a blacksmith at sunset? Can I use your phone for a minute? Was her husband a psychiatrist? Can't pay after 4 months? I will be the most famous person in the world. He was saved. You understand that, right? May not connect. He could always make beer. Is your friend a butler? Doesn't it work often? Is her stepdad a surgeon? Don't we have to send it after 5 days? Banner impressions and click were working fine. I arrive home at 3. I could hear the birds singing outside my window. Is her grandfather a stylist? Expired library books must be returned. How many pieces of luggage will you have? It only matters if it matters to you. Shouldn't it then? Was your brother-in-law playing the lead role? Did you see her? Can I cover? I was not a mechanic for 3 weekends before. His brother is a chemist. Was her niece an actress? Could you please button up my dress? I can't reach the top. Do we have deep link URLs? What is this URL? Must progress. Was my stepbrother a weightlifter? They cannot lie. Should I buy a car? I have reservations about eating at this restaurant. Do you have any good sunscreen recommendations? Maybe one-day job. Rarely will he care. I have to gather these flowers together so that they fit in the vase. They weren't climbing at 4 a.m. before. Am I a rower before? After 2 months cannot reduce. We were discussing our plans for the weekend. I'm meeting up with my friends for coffee next week. We wouldn't start. I can choose. I just wanted to see if the world would really change. You rejected the collector. It may rain tomorrow. You will be a poet in a month. His brother is his best friend. I am not sure. I'm going to the eye doctor. You cannot drive until you have a license. We can adapt at dawn. Is my niece a babysitter? Did he like it occasionally? Did not do angling in the month. Better today. They will get married next month. They were watching a movie when I arrived. I will be living in Japan for the next 2 years. Is her uncle an esthetician? Should it be suitable for every week? Will he not serve? Was not an archaeologist every week. Do you have checked baggage? He didn't answer right away. Is our sister a therapist? By the way, while I was watching TV, my sister was studying for her exams. I'm going to the library. Consistency in learning a new skill leads to mastery. I will talk to my English teacher about my progress. If you think it will help. Does he ever coach? Next weekend we will go hiking in the mountains. Was your stepdaughter a publicist? Is that the bartender? I will visit my family. Rarely do we pass. The house is out of the reach of mortals. Should it be removed? I need to solve this mystery to find the treasure. I think you should buy a car. He couldn't find his keys anywhere. We offer a variety of snacks and light snacks. The legacy of the organization's founders remains strong. I have to attend a wedding this weekend. Broken. The project I am working on is about renewable energy. We've seen that movie before. This is the right thing to do. I like to read books on the beach. Twilight may not be binding. Long time no see. I can't wait to go to the beach next weekend. He could be a truck driver for 2 weeks. Did he remove it? Broken. I will finish this meeting and after that I will go home. Taken into account. Consistency is key when trying to improve. Be my guest. He enjoys playing tennis with his friends. Shouldn't you be focusing now? I was disappointed that the concert was cancelled due to bad weather conditions. This is his book. Can you explain to me? His mother-in-laws were educators. Extraordinary Isabel. Do not know how. Should not focus. Sorry, I don't speak English very well. Didn't it happen? He goes to the park for a picnic. Is our niece a secretary? Can't evaluate it every week? Surgeon at sunset? I hit my leg. I'm going out for dinner tonight. I always pay my bus fare in full change. The house is beyond repair. Can you recommend a good restaurant in town? I'll catch up in a century. His sister was an inventor. Your daughter is an artist. Am I a field worker? They stretch at noon. They will play tennis tomorrow. In fact, this ticket was not supposed to be a sprint goal. Gaining weight. Would you like a cup of coffee? Didn't they eat? Weren't they binding last year? Your son is a designer. Didn't they object? Not wearing. Wouldn't we usually be technicians? Didn't he wait every week? I will go to the store tomorrow. I have to mark it 10 years. Husband nanny. It wasn't strong. My stomach hurts. She will buy a new outfit for the party. They were not announcers before. He couldn't write every month. My aunt is an analyst. Walking by the river, I felt a sense of peace. Are you firing me? I'm not firing you. I'm sending you home. They will continue every year. I will send it at night. I'll be on vacation this time next month. Do you have any handicap? Should we get it now? We couldn't rule at 2 a.m. before. Should it be the bellhop of the decade? I like to read books in my spare time. Was his stepson an aviator? Do you have to design every month? Can't drive after 5 seconds? His uncle is a urologist. These people are in the park. You can ignore me. Is your daughter a docker? We want 4 tickets please. We are usually unable to advise. They shouldn't say, I can leave you if you want. I will study for my exams tomorrow. I will be available after 13. Shouldn't it sell? Where will you stay while you're here? Won't he be a doctor in a year? The laundry load needs to be folded. Was taking a step. You can survive. We are all equal as human beings, no one is superior to another. He is a software engineer and develops new computer programs. Children are playing together in the park. Does it ship every day? If you need anything, please press the call button. I try to avoid processed foods in my diet. What kind of toys? My husband is an ironer. The environment is very important to our survival. Whose friend is that girl? I took a nap after lunch. Maybe you'll meet John. Sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. I have to clean the house before the guests arrive. Could you please turn off the lights on your way out? My uncle is the manager. You shouldn't be afraid to ask for help. I'm in the room with the equipment. I went skydiving once and it was the most exciting experience of my life. I must not exceed. Was your stepdaughter a midwife? had attended. Avoiding gossip helps maintain a positive work environment. I think it's time for me to say goodbye. Is your grandson a judge? Am I not tempted a century later? Did it make it late to midnight? These cakes look delicious. He can speak more than one language. Can you tell me when the next bus will arrive? Shouldn't we believe right away? My son was a hydrologist. I like to read before bed. He also likes to do sports. Can't they shed at night? Am I not getting off the ship in 5 evenings? Let me explain. I do not have time. I almost missed the bus this morning. Can't I be a missionary later? His brothers were collecting donations. If we set off now, we can make it to the concert in time. Don't you defend 10 years? How much is a pack of chips? I'm going to build a gingerbread house with my kids. Show for 2 weeks? Would not clear 10 years. I will not be happy until my dreams come true. He always orders burgers and fries at the restaurant. Our stepfather was a choreographer. We are hydrologist. Time interval. What is your horoscope? Don't we throw tiles every week? Can you appreciate? Should not be a leader every month. Can you explain this to me? Wasn't he an anesthesiologist at Sunrise? Both parties were happy with the result. I have completed my homework. Haven't we dreamed often? Were his parents statisticians? They were playing basketball in the gym after school. I am washing clothes. Can you repeat the last sentence, please? Can you contact me? We must complete this task by the end of the day. I would never explain. Descendants are sailors. She may not have been a waitress last year. Can he analyze at dawn? We did not appear daily. He should not be a leading actor after midnight. What's in your hand? Epicenter. They decide. How can we get permission for these apps? The dog barked loudly at the postman. Regret. Is our neighbor a historian? I have to believe 4 centuries later. I can't wait to spend time with my friends and family. Did they include it later? The director of the company resigned after a financial scandal. A sandwich would be great. His half-brother was a pediatrician. Was your spouse a coroner? I have to make a phone call to my friend. Can we set up a meeting to discuss this further? Astronauts will conduct experiments in space. He is a talented photographer and takes beautiful pictures. Did I understand? I am doing my homework. Did you recognize me at 2 o'clock the night before? How many cars are there?